what it was. Y'all know who it is. And you tuned in with Priceless Knowledge yourself. And I figured I'd put y'all down with a little cosmic insight for today. And say, man, we're going to kick back off into this Mars series. And in doing so, we're going to keep it 10 toes down and all the way earthy. And so this right here going to be a little something about those people that have Mars and Virgo in their natal chart. And before I even go there, you already know what I'm going to have to do first. I'm going to bring y'all a little information about the planet Mars in astrology and also give a quick breakdown of the sign of Virgo in astrology. So with that being said, it ain't much else left to do but get it cracking, right? So what is Mars? Mars is the fourth planet from the sun. It rules the first house in the sign of Aries and to a lesser degree the eighth house in the sign of Scorpio. It definitely comes into our chart and calls us to action. Mars represents energy, passion, drive, and our inherent sense of determination. It really commands us to stand up, be noticed, and get some shit done. You know, because sitting on the sidelines, that belongs somewhere else in the heavens. That ain't what Mars is about. Mars also rules the military, but more simply put, it speaks to the power and confident expression each one of us is able to physically put into this world. Ambition and competition are also under Mars' umbrella. It represents our stamina, and, you know, it really shows how we are. It wants us to be at our best, when facing challenges. It's going to show you when you're in your badass form. You know what I mean? And in a birth chart, Mars represents our sense of aggression and way of addressing it, and can also be a big indicator of sex drive, especially in men or people with a lot of masculine energy. It can also let you in on how they like to get down behind closed doors or their preferred style of action in a physical confrontation. You know, so wherever Mars shows up in the chart, you know, it's really going to speak to how you assert yourself physically in this lifetime. And so, what is the sign of Virgo? Virgo is the sixth sign of the zodiac. It rules the sixth house. It's ruled by Mercury, and it lords over the digestive system. It's symbolized by the Virgin, and its mantra for me is, I analyze. This is mutable earth, and when it comes to Virgo, this energy is focused on the details, whether that be at work or in a creative endeavor or on their own health. The Virgin likes to be exact, and it's notorious for being extremely picky and critical. But the thing is, the Virgo sign is also really more about being of service to others than anything else. And wherever it shows up in the chart is going to really speak to where we need to pay close attention to the details in order to learn how to be of the best service to ourselves and the universe as a whole. Mutable earth is extremely hard-working energy that's tailor-made for the job at helping out wherever it can. And the common traits that come along with it are industrious, methodical, and efficient. You know, it seeks perfection. Virgo sign seeks perfection. And the sense of duty that it bestows upon the natives, you know, is always about the greater good of both themselves and other people. Virgo is very health conscious also. And wherever it is, if it's being afflicted, that's going to afflict your health. It's about your job and your day-to-day routine, your sense of duty. And so, what happens when you're born with Mars in Virgo in your natal chart? The first thing that I think of with these particular people is they seek perfection in everything they decide to put effort into. I also feel like they have the highest likelihood of being the workaholics of the zodiac. And you ain't gonna find a lot of motherfuckers that's more neat and clean than people born with this placement. Like, they don't like no nasty shit. Mars and Virgo like shit organized. And they're more willing to put the work in doing so than most motherfuckers are. But when some moron comes through and disrupts that shit, or some chain of events goes through in their life and brings chaos or disorder, it's really gonna fuck them up and get them heated. They're real stickler for details, and they probably picked you apart within seconds of meeting you and assess your weaknesses. And unfortunately for you, they also got a real mean streak. And when some idiot comes in on some bullshit fucking with their routine, you know, and y'all might get in a scrap, you gotta understand, Virgo also specializes in efficiency. And when that meets the planet of action and drive, you get a very thorough, detailed ass whooping. And I say thorough because they specialize in being precise. But on a more positive note, these people are probably gonna love to clean up, and where they themselves have carefully, they're gonna want to pick out where they put shit in their house, probably categorized by alphabetical or for efficiency or for order of use, old to new. And that's just how they get down, man. They're also very conscious about their health, and they're going to be actively probably doing whatever it takes to maintain it. Which these are people that love to exercise. They might be very thin people or conscious of their weight all the time. They're just really all about their health. And if something negative happens, it's going to affect them, especially in their digestive system. These are the people that get an upset stomach when shit starts going fucked up. Much like Mars and Capricorn, Mars and Virgo is extremely calculated in the ways that they move. They might even be extremely quiet and observant types. With all the friction that comes with Mercury, mixed with the energy that comes with Mars, you get this very nervous individual who, they only pay attention to concrete details, like I said. And that's the only thing they trust is concrete details. There's not much more that they're really going to put any faith into. And speaking of details, y'all, when it comes to the bedroom, when you fucking with Virgo Mars, what you get is a motherfucking sex technician. And in being so, the Virgo sign is all about service. So when it comes to oral sex, especially, and serving their lover, Virgo is going to tend to every single detail and do their motherfucking duty in a way that no other motherfucker can, man. But that's if, and I mean a big if, you ever can get that far. Because the Virgo doesn't necessarily bring an overwhelming physical sexual energy into this equation. Especially not at first. Because with Mercury's influence here, the key to turning on the body of the Mars and Virgo is to stimulate their mind. And if you're ever clever enough to get that accomplished, then you might be able to get shit all the way cracking with them, and you might be able to have a hell of a time. I ain't gonna lie to you. Excuse me. And so, speaking of being clever, when a Mars and Virgo individual finds themselves having to deal with someone who they feel can't keep up with them mentally, it's really going to aggravate them. And it's probably going to have them saying some coldly critical shit to you, which might cause a physical provocation. The most positive thing I will say, though, with this placement is that Mercury coupled with Mars is going to give them the ability to think before they act and really assess the details of the risk involved before they trip out. This is a measured individual. I'm not saying they won't slap the shit out of you, but they thought about shit before they slapped the shit out of you. You feel me? And if you have Virgo Mars, the thing I want y'all to address is understand y'all are perfectionists. That's cool. It really is. The world needs that. But keep that in your realm. Because you can't hold everybody to them high-ass standards that you got. People make mistakes, motherfucker. Hell, you do too. And you need to remember that the next time you lose your temper and go to breaking a motherfucker down because they didn't do shit the way you do it, because depending on where their Mars is placed, you might get your ass whooped. Or you might end up doing some shit to somebody that you're really going to be on your own head about later on and criticizing yourself about for the rest of your life, man. Hey, man. Perfection is cool. Being a stickler for the details is cool. Hey, I know y'all are intelligent individuals, but ain't nobody perfect for real. And you can't forget that. Hey, man, you already know what it was. There's been some priceless knowledge itself. No matter where you got your Mars placed, man, no matter where you got anything going on cosmically, if it's negative energy coming with it, You ain't gotta use it. You know what I mean? If it don't apply, let it fly. And just because you built like that, you ain't gotta build like that. Hey, you already know what's cracking, man. If you're fooling with me, please like, share, and subscribe. If you're interested in any astrological readings whatsoever, please either hit me up in the comments below or email me at mr.turner1300@gmail.com. And the only thing left to do is keep it real, baby. Keep it real.